Welcome back to Driveway Mechanicing. Today we're going to discuss windshield wipers. I'm going to show you how to determine what's messed up and what's not. Basically, it's not really that hard. You just got to take shit apart. So, I already took this equinox apart, found out what the problem was. We were in town earlier when I got off work, and the windshield wipers were just going like they usually do, and then boop, not good. So I figured, hey, most of these bolt on nowadays, most of the newer ones, or they got a little clip that pops out, whatever. Mine bolts on a Chevy Equinox. So I thought maybe the bolts came undone or the splines got ripped off. So hang on. This right here is your windshield wiper assembly. This is off a Chevy Equinox. Most of them are about the same, maybe a little bit longer, depending on what kind of vehicle you got and how big it is. You got your motor, your whole assembly, your rods. But I thought that the problem was, let's see, it sits like this in the car, like that. Okay, I thought that these splines right here came undone, or the nut loosened up. You can see that. But the real problem was that no movie, it just laid down there on the bottom. So if I can pop it off that easy, that means it's going to pop off again. There's no point in trying this. But lucky for me and for y'all to see me take this thing apart, I got a parts car from Pickers the other day. Now, let me show y'all what I got going on. When you're working on your Chevy Equinoxes, let me get this thing put up. Bear with me for a second. Whoop. Alright, when you're working on your Chevy Equinoxes, you got this plastic cover that goes over the top of it. All vehicles have the same cover, even the Dodge Dakota, the Honda, the Camaro, they all have a plastic cover that goes over all this. Right here, this is kind of off subject of there, but I noticed this on these Chevy Equinoxes. Sometimes your air filter for your AC is up under here. That's mine. It's dirty. We're just going to cross our fingers and hope the other one is clean. But back to this. You got 3 mounting points on here for that. You got one here, and one right over there. That bolts up your whole assembly, and then you got your wiring, which that got wet because it is raining like crazy right now. So, and your plastic covers, simple. You just get you one of these little tools right here. You can get them at Walmart. That's where I got that one, or AutoZone, or any of your local, parts stores. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get started ripping the other one apart. I'm going to show you what it looks like as it's sitting in there off the parts cart over there. And we'll start taking it apart, and y'all be along with me to see how it comes apart. And then y'all be along with me to see this car come back together. So just, yeah, just bear with me. It's raining, and I got 90 things on my mind today. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started on that before the next storm comes. See, I don't know if y'all can tell on the camera about them clouds, but they got tigers in them. So anyways, let's get started. Alright, so as you can see, here's our new Chevy Equinox. We got to take this cover off to get in there. So there's a few tools that you're going to need to do this. You're going to need a pry bar, just in case. It's not necessary, because I mean, you can use this for a pry bar if you have to, but this will pop out the clips. And then there's other clips right behind it. You need a long pair of needle nose, or any type of needle nose, whatever your flavor of tool is, to use. Then you got a 10mm wrench. And those are for these little bolts right in here. I don't know. Let me get y'all over here. 10mm. Get you right in there to that little nut. Right there. You need an extension and everything else. And then you need a 13 or 12 for that nut right there. That's the nut I thought that came loose, but it wasn't. So you're going to need all that, all these tools for that. And then the other one you're really going to need, sorry about all the shaking, I'm trying to get you set up to where I ain't got to hold you all the time. The Tanya Harding. I'm pretty sure everybody in their household has that. If you don't, you need one. You got to have one. You never know when you need to hang that picture frame. Anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and get started on it. We're going to go ahead and pop the clips loose. I'll show you where the clip is that we're fixing to do. There's a clip here, the clip here, and one back off in there that you use the needle nose pliers for. Then you got a couple right up over there, right in there, and then take the nuts off, pop that windshield wipers off, and you're ready to go. So that's what we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go ahead and take this piece off, show you where that air filter is, and we're going to see if it's clean to put it back in the other one. So get back to y'all here in a second. Okay, so seconds up. Alright, so now remember what I told y'all every time we get into a big deal about saving your shit? Save all your bolts and all your clips and stuff. Save them. So this is a parts car. We're still gonna save them. We're just gonna stick them down in the fender well. Anyways, this part's ready to come out. I got one more bolt to take care of, I think, and then that piece will come off. So just gonna show y'all what it takes. Just a little bit of wrench work goes a long ways. That thing wasn't even tight, so that's a big plus for us. I don't know if y'all can see this or not that well, but I'll check in a second. Things you do for YouTube and viewers that don't know how to do something. Let's check the angles. Yep. Y'all see what I was doing, I think, with that hose in the way. It needs to go back right there where it belongs so dirt doggers don't fill it up. Alright, now take your proud board, all the clips are out, pop it loose. And sometimes you'll have to raise the hood, have somebody else hold the hood all the way up just to get that part up out of there. So let's see, put that there, and let's check this one out. No, I think it's foobarred. What do y'all think? I think we'll leave it alone. We'll act like we didn't see that and there was one, and just say that there wasn't one in there. How about that? Alright, back to the next step. We're going to go ahead and remove the other side. But first I'm going to show you how to do this one windshield wiper before I put y'all on pause again. Yeah. I'm missing something. Probably my brain today. I don't know. Alright, let's get y'all up here, up and close and personal with this. Alright, so you take your 13mm and you just push as hard as you can on that thing and break that nut loose. It's just a nut, nothing to stress out about. It will come loose. You're not going to damage anything. Now, you don't want to take this nut completely off until you get that thing loose because they are kind of pressed on. But it's a pretty easy fix. So I might be busting y'all's eardrums with all this noise that I'm making, hitting the hood and stuff. But anyways, put probably a little pressure on it. Take your Tanya Harding here, your BFH. Yeah. And that's all it takes right there. Things pop loose. Take your nut completely off. Save the nut. Put it where you can find it. These things probably never been changed before, so that's probably the problem. And then remove your windshield wiper. And that is how you do it. The driveway way. Or do it in your driveway. Hang on, let me get y'all moved right quick. Alright, so now we got this all undone now. We're going to go ahead and remove it, which this thing, I forgot to tell y'all, it does have little clips up under it. One right up in here that pops loose like that. I mean, if you break a clip, it ain't no big deal because you got like several others, you know, that hold it down. Just lay that thing off to the side. Undo your wire for your other hose, which I didn't do that. I just, you know, left it on there. Then you unplug it. Alright, let me bring y'all in real quick. When I was telling y'all about the bolts and everything else, I have a bolt here, a bolt there, and a bolt right there. 10 millimeter. And then unplug this and the whole assembly comes out. This thing actually looks new. It's the same brand. We're going to compare these and make sure they're the same. If they're the same, we might just change that motor out because we know ours works. I'm not going to take a gamble on that one. And now I'm going to take the gamble. I might as well. Made it this far. But we're going to go ahead and take this whole part out and compare them. So be back with y'all in a second. Okay, so now we're back over here. Seconds up. Actually, it's been about 15 minutes. Had to kill a couple spiders and a new one. So can y'all tell me which one is the old one and which one's the new one? Well, they're both old. Here's the reason why we need to compare, because sometimes the year model over there, this Equinox is a different year model. Same body style, same panels, everything else. But it's a different year model. That's a 2000, this is 2006 model. And that one over there is a 2010, I think. A lot more advanced, got the fancy radio and all that other stuff in it. But most of the parts are the same. Even the plug-in areas are the same. It looks like it. So you can get away with certain things. If it looks about the same, it's the same. Even the diameter of these deals here are the same. Same nuts, same diameter. So my windshield wipers will work. So we're going to go ahead and get that. Well, we're not going to install it. We're going to plug it in first and see if it works. That's what we're going to do. And then if it works, you know, I ain't got to change a motor. It don't make no weird noises or anything like that. Then we'll install it. So, yeah. Sad brain fart about it. But anyways, yeah, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and plug it in and see if it works. Good old Coors Light. Alright, so moment of truth. Let's go ahead and see that. I went ahead and I put the bolts in it just in case it does work. We're that much ahead. So let's go ahead and turn them windshield wipers on and see what happens. And they work. Would you imagine that? Y'all see that? Can y'all see that? See how it's working? And that motor is quiet. So we're good to go. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and let me turn that off. I'm going to go ahead and get all this bolted up and get with y'all in a second and show you how everything goes back together. It's basically the same. Alright, so when you get these bolted tight, just give them a good old torque to where you see that rubber part right out here. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. This rubber ring kind of bulges out around it. Not too much, just enough to where you know it is snuck. That thing ain't going anywhere. So remember that there's no trick, no other secret about it. It just goes in, goes right back out. It's just one little hole. So you ain't got to worry about alignment or nothing else. I had to go blow this air filter out because, my car is kind of tore apart and I can't go get another one off the, for now. But we're going to go ahead and get this plastic piece put right back on. Give me a second and I'll be back with y'all because I just seen something I need to get out.